After dumping dozens of hours into Red Dead 2's main story and subsequent epilogues, it'd be understandable if you zoned out or skipped the end credit sequence. But seeing the names of all the folks who worked so hard on it isn't the only thing you may have missed out on. Even those of you who watched probably haven't caught every little detail, but we've done our best to round them all up for you. Here's everything you may have missed during Red Dead 2's end credits. Needless to say, spoilers are bound from this point on, so don't say we didn't warn you. We're gonna jump around a bit because a lot of the interstitial vignettes are simply scenes from around the world, like this rider crossing Owenjila Dam, animals out in the wilderness, or this train rolling across Bart's Crossing Bridge. We also get some really nice glimpses of what becomes of the Van der Linde gang after the story ends. First up, we see John and Abigail celebrating their wedding with Uncle and Jack and Sadie and Charles. These two eventually take their leave of the Marstons, Charles allegedly up to Canada to start a new life, and while we don't know exactly where Sadie headed off to once her injuries from the confrontation with Micah had healed, she'd mentioned to John maybe living somewhere in South America.
It's wild, but less mean, I guess.
As for the other surviving members of the gang, not only do we see them in the credits, but you can visit several of them yourself after returning to play. Mary Beth is shown writing behind a desk, and if John runs into her at the train station in Valentine, you'll learn that she's become a somewhat successful author of tawdry romance novels.
The books are unambiguously awful, but they sell.
Pearson, seen during the credits looking wistfully at a photograph of the gang, now runs the general store in Rhodes, though unfortunately he won't hook you up with any discounts. Tilly is shown walking through a park in Saint Denis with her husband and their child, and if you happen across her waiting for a streetcar there, she'll take your address to send letters.
Be well, John Marston.
We're shown Arthur's grave in the mountains overlooking the Cumberland Forest, his old flame Mary Linton come to pay her respects, and Rains Fall surveying the land as an eagle flies overhead closes out the credits. You also get a look at Archie and Edith Downs. They're the son and widow of the debtor that you may or may not have helped as Arthur. You can even find a newspaper clipping about a successful golf course they started in California if you completed the Do Not Seek Absolution missions before finishing Chapter 6. The real meat of these vignettes, however, starts around 4 minutes into the credits, when we see Edgar Ross, formerly of the Pinkerton Detective Agency, now with the newly formed Bureau of Investigation, and his partner Archer Fordham tracking down John after his confrontation with Micah on Mount Hagen. We see them pass through Valentine, talking to the bartender and patrons of Smithfields, likely asking about the fight that took place when John and Sadie came to town during the mission Gainful Employment, and again stopping a carriage outside of Rhodes, probably inquiring about the shootout that occurred in a quick favor for an old friend. Finally, they're seen overlooking the ranch at Beecher's Hope, where John's teaching Jack how to care for his horse. We don't actually see the moment where they confront John and force him into service to kick off the events of Red Dead 1, though we all know how that turns out. I think my favorite part of the credits, though, is actually when they stop rolling and gameplay resumes. We see John and Abigail bantering about life in Beecher's Hope, and while that in itself is a fun little moment, it took me a minute to realize that they're actually standing overlooking their home from the same spot they're buried in at the end of the original, and it's really sweet, and it's also sad, and I'm not crying, you are! Hopefully, this helps solidify the ending of Red Dead 2 for you. For more, why not check out how we think it changes the way we look at the original, or 6 things we'd like GTA 6 to learn from Red Dead 2. For all your other rootin' tootin' tear-jerkin' needs, you're already in the right place here at IGN.
Take care now.
Bye!